Hello and welcome to Kate and Kat's podcast. We run our podcast a little differently than most. Our podcasts are completely spirit-led, and we never know who we're going to have on or what's going to come up to heal. Every episode is a new adventure, where we walk people through healing anything from spirit guides to past lives to inner child work, how the energies and trauma affects the mechanical workings of our physical bodies, and exploring time, space, and dimensions and how it's all happening now. This podcast is for beginners and experts alike. This can be considered explicit content to some, as we do not edit ourselves, and sometimes deep trauma work comes up unexpectedly. And also we cuss like sailors.
On this episode of Kate and Kat Live, we're just hanging out, channeling brain activity on substances. Then boom, Witchfoot shows up and joins our live. This episode is more chatting than healing for sure, but we got to hear how Witchfoot is handling all the changes in their life. All in all, it was a nice surprise. I guess that's about all there is to say. So without further ado, if you love bad bitches, and that's your fucking problem, on with the podcast.
Hi.
I kind of figured it out.
That wasn't the one I sent a screen. He just hung up on me. You were just like, bye. And then he closed it. First of all, I'm sitting here laughing my fucking ass off. Secondly, I sent a screenshot. It's the one that's the green screen with the face like cut off.
Of course.
Don't worry about it. It's great. I love it, Kate. I think it's the best.
I knew it.
When you duck your head down, I can read it. I go like this again. There it is.
Yeah.
Just say it like that, Kate.
Okay, guys. So what we're gonna do is, I hate holding my mic because then I can't hear you.
Why do you have to hold your mic?
Because it's far away. It's far.
Don't you have a little table right next to your chair?
Yeah, but it's hard for people to hear. Like, it makes an echo, I guess.
Oh. I'm sure you love looking up gizmos and gadgets. Why don't you find one on Amazon where it like can mount it, just like your phone is mounted?
Yes, that would be nice.
Oh,
that's why I can't fucking hear you.
Why?
Okay, because my phone volume is turned all the way down.
Oh.
Yes. Hello everybody. How are you doing?
You didn't get kicked out. Kate hung up on all of us. You did not get kicked out. Jen is like weird.
Speak for yourself.
So weird. I don't know what happened. Hey,
I don't either, guys. It's so weird. It like started me without a filter thingy for some reason, a background. It started me with a background for some reason. I don't know what happened. Baffling. Anyway.
Oh my god. She said
today?
bye and just hung up. It's like, okay.
Bye. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So we're gonna do like Q&A stuff. Whoever wants to ask us a question, that's fine, and we'll like do like we did last time and answer it and channel it and all the things.
Okay. Do you think if I asked you to channel like what our brains do on alcohol and that kind of stuff, would you be able to do it with your finger? Like do 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 do.
Yes. Harley, shepherd's pie. Bye.
Harley, what do I make for dinner? I can never decide what to make for dinner.
Shepherd's pie from Aldi's. Bye.
I as a guest, I can't put a background on, so as host, we have to do it per host.
What did you say a second ago?
I said if I asked you to channel like how our brains on different substances, could you do it with your fingers?
Yes.
And like say what it is?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to start off like that, like channeling questions. So fun stuff. I want to do lots of fun questions.
Okay, so I got the almond piece out of my socket this morning, and it wasn't a sliver. It was like this fucking big. Yeah. And I only got it out. Huh?
It was not an almond piece. It was an almond.
Okay, well, I only got it out because I was chewing my multivitamin, and it was sticky, and it was like...
Oh,
I was like,
you
oh,
like
yeah.
gum. You don't like gum. Okay.
I will eat gum. I have some over there. Okay.
Can't brush, chew.
Okay.
Okay, so, hey, Kate.
Hey.
What does... I was going to say, what does B. Bridget's brain look like? What does... I'll do mine. What does
spiral.
my... What does my brain channeling, like what does my brain activity look like on alcohol?
It looks like a squid mouth with the tentacles going everywhere. That's funny. It used to be lines. Now it's a giant squid mouth going, bleh. But then it stops. So it goes, bleh, 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 bleh.
Does it just go blah, blah, blah in the middle of channeling?
It's not answering. It's just going, bleh.
Okay, Kate, what does your brain activity look like on alcohol?
A triangle that slants downwards.
So is your da-na-na-na-na at the same time as my blah, or is the nah at the same time as that blah?
Do you think they sync with each other?
Hell yeah, they sync with each other.
Why? What do they do?
It's because we still continue to do the healing things when we have a drink, and we don't drink very often. It's like when we're out to dinner or something.
Okay. What happens with y'all's brains?
Yeah, Dragon wants to know what their brain looks like on alcohol.
If I tell you, are you gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about?
Try it.
Okay. Alright. Dragona serpentine?
Yeah, what I said.
What does their brain look like on alcohol? I got a huge hand. Like a...
Oh, do you not like alcohol? Oh, you don't like anybody else on alcohol. Is that right? Or does it make you, like, hate everybody? Moni needs help on their AC. We could do regular questions too. This is fun. I rarely drink alcohol and I get quiet and get ear sensitive. Oh, that makes sense.
They said yes at the, like, farther up. They're like, yes, I really drink and I get quiet and ear sensitive. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, I'm going to look real quick at Moni's air conditioning.
Do you ever get drunk yourself? Give them a hand. Oh yeah, you said you rarely drink, sorry.
Okay, Moni, let me know how that goes. Boston wants to know what her brain looks like on the... Moni, do closing statements so it, like, infuses your energy into it.
They don't want to talk to anybody.
Boston's team?
No, Boston on whatever the fuck.
Oh, they don't want to talk to anybody? Do they go to sleep?
Oh, maybe that's it, because they're just, like, blank.
Are you, like, not very productive when you smoke, Boston? They're
Yeah.
laughing.
Laugh face. Ooh, a regular day?
Yeah, optimistic cynic wants to know what their brain looks like on just a regular day.
Optimistic cynic brain looks like on a regular day. 3 dashes. Oh, is this like constant 3 thoughts or constant 3 subjects all day?
That's a really good organized multitask is what it looks like or feels like. Yeah, that feels really good. They said, what does that mean? We're telling you what that means and asking you to clarify your brain. We're shooting the question back at you. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Harley Hedda said, when I get the just knowing instructions, is it my brain or someone else taking over?
Yes,
like the knowing channeling.
I don't know how well I do, but yes, correct. I'm always juggling but it's 3 things.
Yeah, it's 3. It goes like this, like Kate said.
But I'm trying to like explain it better. It's like the same 3 subjects. And it's like, I'm gonna just guess here, like family, work, and then whatever the 3rd thing is. And it's like, yeah. If that makes sense. Together. My cup? Did I show my cup?
You must have taken a drink out of it. Or maybe I did. Was it that one? No. It's not mine.
Oh. Thanks.
Oh.
Brain looks like myself and my 2 kids.
What does my brain look like when I'm dreaming?
Looks like a bunch of smoke and then running and then smoke and then running.
Ah! That kind of smoke?
Wait, what do you mean? I was trying to decipher it when you said it.
The kind of smoke that makes you go, ah, because you said smoke and then running and then smoke.
Oh.
Putting out fires?
Okay, because I was like, okay.
Putting out fires?
Oh.
While she's sleeping?
And then just like, oh my god, run, it's done. Ah. On to the next one. Okay, everything looks good, guys. I'm just gonna leave you here.
You guys, you can ask. So we know this kind of thing, and it's fun, and you want to do like what your brain looks like. But this is how we figure out how we can do a bunch of stuff. Is we just kind of go, hey, what happens when this happens?
Yeah. They call me the fireman. That's my name. You've seen people running on their sleep when hooked up to a computer.
I'm always running into the next dream. Donnie, it looks like you're like, ah, like that.
We're done.
Funny.
Ah,
fucking hilarious. Linda wanted to know which dimension her lowest dimensional form that eats for fuel is on.
Oh, 12.
It depends, doesn't it?
I just got whatever her question was. Whenever I read it, I got it.
Oh, okay. Can I ask if anything is going on that would...
Jen requested to be on our live.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
It's funny.
What up? What up, Foot of the Witch?
Hello.
Are you wanting to heal?
Hey, what does Jen... Oh, did you want to ask us a question? Or are you just coming to say hello?
No, I was coming,
That wasn't a yes or no question.
Wait, what was the question?
Exactly. I said, I don't fucking even remember anymore. Never mind. What's up? What do you want?
I have not went to look at the resonance, but I wanted to know y'all's opinion of what you're dealing with the details of the change, because I'm going to tell you the details.
Like energy-wise, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
Okay, we can scan you.
12. And there's 12 slashes at the top of your head, except they are up and down with red in the middle. And I don't even know if this is what you're looking for, but I'm just going to tell you what I see.
Your body has anxiety, and you don't usually have anxiety. That feels weird. It reminds me of stage fright, like right before going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because I'm getting used to walking without the big guy. What you see is not the big guy, it's something that I'll explain to you in private. But
I'm just trying to feel around.
yeah, it's very new to me.
The whole house has anxiety because of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still the 12. They look like beans, long string beans,
Yeah.
and they float around your head.
It also makes my right arm numb, like missing, like pulling on.
Because it comes from this section.
Yep. It's like,
That's
Yep.
going and something in there. But the reason I broke in, get y'all to take this privately, I am at a discuss with you two because I'm unfamiliar with how to step into it. You know how, like, y'all asked me to come and help y'all with things?
Kate, can you mute your mic for just a moment?
Me?
No, not you, Kate. So we can hear you.
I'm new in this energy, and I feel like I need some guidance. I know, Kat, you're going to tell me I already know how to use it, but I need a reminder because we're used to me blacking it out, and I think I can still black it out, even with this new energy. But I'm also producing big, I don't know what y'all call it, but big white patches on the resonance. I haven't looked at it. I need to look at it from the 15th through the 15th of January. No, January 13th through February the 1st.
I tried looking up those dates when you send them to us, and I can't go back farther than like a week ago. So I don't know how the fuck I would get a hold of that.
All right, I think there's a guy in Russia that does it. I'll look on his site. I think there's a Russian guy that can go back that far. But mainly, well, I can't wait to tell y'all privately because you'll, like, you know how y'all see things through your lenses? And so when I explain to you everything that happened, I know y'all are going to be like, oh, that's why.
Well, we kind of sit from the distance when it comes to you, and just kind of we know that when you are ready to talk, you talk. Like just for people that feel like they're close. I'm just gonna do this. For people who think they're really close to Witchfoot and they're like, oh my god, I have a great relationship, and I can ask her what she's going through, and she will really appreciate it. I mean, I don't know how she is with you guys, but we're a family, and we just stay the fuck out of her business until she approaches us.
Well, I made, which I know you could tell because neither one of y'all contacted me. So I made great effort with the big guy's help to detach during this process. So I unbraided from you two, and
I had
Lilith Immaculate and two other people that y'all probably know that I don't recognize. So that when I went through this process, it might cause y'all, you know how it'll cause y'all physical pain in the physical? I was very specific with him to unbraid, so you may have felt some detachment from the 13th through roughly the 18th.
I had a random visit with him, and I haven't talked to him or interacted with him, and he was at my house, and I was like, that's weird. And then I was like, well, you're here, you want to blah 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 blah, and not that blah blah blah, a different blah blah blah, like a cleansing thing. Anyway, so hey, why are you here? No, no, but and it was, I didn't know what was going on with you, but that was the only interaction I had with that around that time, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was yeah, I knew it was going to be such a big thing, which you've already seen, Kat. Kate may have seen it and just didn't tell me, but you already saw this coming. And it'll make more sense when I tell you because you thought it was a part of Philip. And it wasn't. It was me. Yeah. There's been a bunch that changed. I can't wait to get both y'all on the phone.
Are you talking about the last video call that we had together? That thing?
No, it was something that, what is it when you say that somebody is like a part of?
Soul fragment of?
Yeah, that. Yes. That you thought Philip was. And it was me. And it's a bit much bigger ball game. I can't wait to tell you guys. I do know that I'll be able to help y'all more without the anger of being bothered. You know how I'd be selfish and I'd be angry. And then by the time y'all need me, I'm so mad that when I get over there, I would come through the big guy and destroy everything and hurt people on accident. That's totally y'all going to be great. I can't wait to help.
Do you have a blue band on your right shoulder? Is that why?
No, but this is where you're to look at the whole structure. This is where the big guy stayed. Now he is gone, and something else is here, which I can't say openly. I have to talk to you privately. So that's what's giving all the different sensations and colors here. It's a ridiculously thing. I never knew it was coming. It's great. Like if y'all got off live right now, I would get you on combo and tell y'all everything. It's absolutely insane. And I'm at a point when I can talk to y'all about it. I can't talk to everybody else publicly about it. But
That looks weird.
y'all, yeah, it's weird. It's gonna be even weirder when I talk to y'all.
It makes my left titty hurt. But I didn't want to say it on the live.
Yeah. It's oh no, Harley, you're good. I'm still waiting on your present to come in. It's gonna be the best present you ever got in your life. But privately, even though it's just, you know how Kat, sometimes I tell you to use my higher self when I'm not able to.
Yeah.
She will be here 24/7 for y'all to access. It's way different now. So
Did you unlock? Yeah. I want to ask you like a bunch of these questions, but I just keep stopping myself.
you can ask them.
Oh, it was just.
But what I have can't be said out loud. You can ask me whatever you want to, because I did unlock some stuff. So go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to know if that's the version of you that you unlocked.
Yes.
The one that can fragment out like that?
Yes.
Okay. And not feel it? And not stay awake for 3 days?
You would get really mad.
Yeah.
You'd be like, please, fucking, and I was like, we're not trying to. We're just doing stuff. Like, you'd be like, what are you guys doing? And it's like, we're just doing this.
Yeah. That's not. We still have to talk about the Artemis thing. That's
okay.
Still in play. But anything else is she is free for access. And even though
To everyone?
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about for you and Kate. Like, you don't have to ask me for permission anymore. We do communicate even though we're not synchronous anymore. So if I'm doing something else and you need to pull on her, you can, because I'll learn about it later.
That leads me to another question. You had a live that you did on YouTube not that long ago, and you had an epiphany about you being separate from your body and that being part of the BPD thing.
Yeah.
Is this connected to that at all?
No. Okay. That is no. That's separate with the you know the neurons that they don't have names for that tie in your spirit into your brain, how it fuses your brain and your mind. It's two different things. That's what that's tied to. That's not tied to anything spiritual. Yeah. No, I'm talking about to the moon space thing. But the thing is you know how I could. Well, for instance, I'll give you an example. Anything that I already did, okay, like the Hellraiser protection chamber that's around you is still there. Nothing that I did using the dark has went anywhere.
I have a question with that.
Yes.
Because I was very sensitive and a bit of a wimp when it came to haters on TikTok, when I would get really sensitive and hurt, did you have something put up to protect me so that my stuff wouldn't go out too far?
Yeah.
Is there a way to take that off?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I need some help. This is like if you know how Pinhead's skin has all the pins in it? That's what protects you, but I need you to go in. I know you just, if you look and see it, I'll let it come into focus for you. You got to start the zipper from the inside before I can remove it off. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm unzipping it. You should see vegetation type shit that looks like from the movie Avatar. Can you see that as I'm unzipping?
There's a tablecloth underneath.
Okay, it's off. I'm not going to get rid of it though. So I'm going to put it in the chest. You know, like in a video game when you're wandering around and there's like a chest there and you open it and it gives you stuff. I'm going to put it in there so that if you need it again, you can just open the chest. The chest looks like the Pinhead skin.
Punk rock.
Yeah. I have stuff around Kate too, but I have to be more illusiony. Kate gets I don't need that. That's how Kate gets over there. I don't need that.
I'm so cool.
I don't like people with emotions. So she has stuff that you can't probably see right now. Especially if you see like a shimmer when you're over there. Like the shimmer of a when you blow a soap bubble. Every now and then when you look around you might see a little shimmer around you. That's me.
There's still the tablecloth, so I just put it over the chest. Is that okay?
Put it in the chest. Otherwise they're gonna
Kate, is that going to affect my tentacle forms at all, or is this a separate thing?
completely separate. For y'all in the let me say something to the people in the comments. Y'all have to understand, if you don't know, when I first met Kat, I thought that was crazy. Crazy. I even got on the phone with her on a face chat and realized she absolutely was not. So just so y'all know, what I learned from Kat and then later from Kate is that you do not have to understand a single thing that they say because it works. That's one thing I've always said. There's the first time I saw Kat was when she said she deactivated all the Moldavite on the planet. And I was like, I lost her mind.
And then it disappeared from TikTok too.
Yeah. So what I learned, how many years have I known you now? 3?
Kate found you first, and then I saw you, but quickly you disappeared from my For You page because I was blocked, and so I didn't see you anymore. And then Kate went through something and had one of your travel protection jars, and she was like, "Hey, Kat, can you look at something for me? Can you see if Witchfoot was?" And I had done a lot of work to help during the storm thing that had came through, and she's like, "Can you look to see if Witchfoot protection jar?" And I was like, "No, I fucking did that." And then I looked at it, and then I was like, "Oh shit, it was her." Fuck.
And then
Yeah.
a video for somebody to give to me, thanking me. And I was like, I can't use that ad unless I talk to her. I can't be like, oh, I think you're crazy, but let me use you.
Jen, the string from the travel protection jar is hanging from Kate's rearview mirror in her new car. The string is.
Yeah.
Because of course it broke afterwards, because it had done its thing. And so I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just going to keep the string.
Make another batch of those. It's been a while. But yeah, what I learned real quick from, because what made me realize this is Kate and Kat, when I have a headache or back pain, they can seriously make that shit go away. They could be in Soviet Union and still make it go away. So, and I did it a couple of times, you know what I mean? And even back when I wasn't still not trusting Kat, I would lie and say I had a headache, and bitch would go, I don't see anything. So that's what I learned from Kat and Kate. At this point with Kat, like one time she told me that the entrance to space was at the bottom of the ocean. And before I would have been like, you're crazy. But now I'm like, hell, I ain't never been to the bottom of the ocean. It might be there. And I will not get on the airplane if Kate does not okay it. But y'all have to pay. Don't be trying to get her all the time to check your airplane. I'm telling you, if Kat ever told me there was something wrong with my plane, I would get up and disboard the plane.
So I want to tell a story of Kate in the airplane thing. So one time Kate was going over Witchfoot's plane, just looking it over and scanning it and doing the aircrafty Healy thingies, and was like, "Hey, I gotta let you know, there's a maintenance sticker issue, and they're going to, have trouble taking off." And Jen was like, God dang it, I don't remember the exact story, but they went over the loudspeaker and said exactly what Kate fucking said.
Yes.
That was like one of the first times.
The bathroom. Yes. Kate told me there's a problem with the bathroom, and she's telling them how to fix it. And I'll be damned if that captain didn't come on the plane and say, if we have one bathroom that doesn't work, we can still take off, but we have two bathrooms that don't work. So we need you to disboard the plane so that we can shut the plane down and start it back up. And I said, because I was in the first seat, I said, so basically you're going to turn it off, turn it back on again? And they were like, yeah. And I immediately texted Kat because I wanted to give them the confirmation. But when Kate tells me there's something going on with that plane, she told me not to. No way in hell I'd get on that plane. Nope.
They didn't empty the poop tanks. That was the issue. They didn't empty the poop tanks.
So, when I tell y'all, y'all know I'm a skeptic. But after that, after working with them sometime, the first time they had me working wherever it is y'all work when I close my eyeballs, because I don't know.
Everywhere.
I was like, what do I do? They were like, just close your eyes. It's an emergency. I was like, okay. So, yeah. But I can't wait to get you guys on. I don't know how we can all talk at the same time, video-wise. But I can't wait to tell y'all.
I'm doing it right now. I'm just kidding.
No,
A video call. FaceTime or whatever, like we did last time.
Okay, I gotta tell one more story.
Okay.
So when I first started texting Witchfoot, when I first started texting Jen, we did not know each other very well. And if I look back at the screen, like the screenshots, no, I don't have that phone. If I go back and look at any of the records when I did, the way I talk to her, nobody would fucking talk to her that way. First of all, nobody would. Second of all, because didn't know her. She blocked me. Whatever. Fuck. So, the second thing is I talk really fast. I text really fast. And this is one of my favorite things. She would go, slow down. And I was like, Kate, what does, and then Kate's like, I don't know if she knows how text messages work. You literally just respond when you want to. And I was like, that's how
just
it
not
works,
look.
apparently. You just
Yep.
not look.
Back and forth conversation.
Hey, do I need to take mine off of me, the shimmery bubbles?
Is it bothering you?
It doesn't bother me, but is it hindering me?
No.
Okay.
For it. Like down. But if it ever
Okay, sure. I guess I'm just trying to make sure of all the things.
Do you have stuff on our TikTok too?
No, y'all have enough stuff on your TikToks.
Right.
Yes, of course.
I'm not saying what's going on. You wouldn't. I was there too for a long time.
Are we like talking cryptic? Does it feel like we're talking cryptic?
Dark negative energies. If you're talking about negatively charged energies, no. The only thing I am allowed to continue in relation to that is my 911 spell because I am healing people. That is the only spell where I've been allowed to keep those. However, you have to understand that I only use the big guy on a couple of things. All my curses, breakup hexes, and all that, that's done with ingredients. I don't.
Why is this conversation making your arms like burn? Like, why is it real hot? Yeah, you.
I'm physically hot in my house.
No, this is like burning from the inside out talking about this. It wasn't hot until you started talking about this.
Well, if it's hot, see if it's from white hot, like white fire type hot.
Okay.
It seems
yeah.
angry. Oh, I thought white hot meant anger.
It's
Not-
spiky.
Not in me. That's part of the thing. It's very bizarre. And that's also what gives me the anxiety because I'm having to adjust to it. It's like taking somebody who's always lived in the Siberian tundra and plopping them down in Amazon.
It's making your hands and feet clammy too.
Do you want me to make it faster? Make the adjustment faster?
No, because I learned
Okay.
each day since January 13th. I need that slow. I don't want it sped up. I want to feel even if it's uncomfortable, every single part of it.
That's the dark feminine side of you still. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's still there. But the dark feminine side, oh, by the way, wasn't the, y'all probably already saw this. It's the boss bitch side that they're wanting me to teach about. Because the man hater seductor side is plenty covered. But
That makes sense.
yeah, they're wanting me to teach the other side because the other side is not covered. So that's when
I'm really excited for you to break apart the stereotypes of what masculine and feminine energies even are.
the
Yeah,
first
I'm just,
which I was like, why didn't I think of that before? Is a lot of women who follow me think, including myself, think they have masculine energy. You put off masculine energy. Guess what? It's not. It's the side of the dark feminine that they're wanting me to teach about. It blew my mind. My whole life I thought because I have a lot of straight women that are attracted to me for no reason. They don't even know why. And I always thought I put off masculine energy. It's not masculine energy. It's this other side of the dark feminine that is not taught, which is why all those different dreams or the different representations of these goddesses that it flows through, not the goddesses, just their representations, came to me all at once. And that,
oh yeah, right before this thing happened, they did.
and that's what I'll be teaching about. because so many of us think that we have, especially in my following, a lot of times that's why they follow me. Think that I have masculine energy. No, you don't. It's just a type of the dark feminine. And it's just like with men, when in society they might call them effeminate men. And I'm not talking about homosexual men. I'm talking about straight men or bi men. That's not feminine energy. That's just the lighter side of masculine energy. And so I'm trying to piece that particular lesson down.
Actually, drag queens have extremely high masculine energy.
Yeah.
Like to put on all those bright colors and all the things and the attitude and all of that, that is extremely intensified masculine energy.
In divine masculine, it's opposite. So the toxic super alpha male stuff is actually dark masculine. And the effeminate, bi, non-homophobic, drag type, that's the light side of masculinity.
There's like lots of comments.
Not Dr. Dre again. You're misunderstanding. I'm not talking. Gender refers to a human form. I am talking about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That has nothing to do with man's social construct of gender. That is not what we're talking about at all.
We're not talking about human forms at all, in the least. That's not even coming into play. We're not talking about any of that. Hey, I have a question. I sent it in the text, but neither of you replied, and I was wondering if, I know you're in the middle of a million things, but would you ever want to teach a throughway class?
Yeah.
You say yeah, but would you?
Yeah, but you got to pester me so I know what day it is and when to show up.
Well, I don't plan anything unless I get a yes.
Okay, well, I'm saying yes.
Okay.
But then you have to harass me because I'll be like, what? When? What happened?
O'Leary Artistry keeps asking me about my skin. No, the only thing I did was cut off my whole family. That's literally my skincare routine. No shit. That's it. But the question has been asked a few times on here. Like, hey, wait a minute. That's it. Sorry, I just had to break in and say that.
Yep. I'm going to wash that toxicity out of my face.
And we did lots of like acne healings, and we did like root cause, past lives, inner child, everything. And it like to the point where I was like, Kate, can we maybe just like look at like what you don't like about yourself? And she's like, no, it has nothing to do about liking myself. It's literally, I look in the mirror, that is not me. Those don't belong there. It's not supposed to be there. And I was like, I'm at a loss, and I'm hardly ever at a loss. And she couldn't figure it out either. And then lo and behold, cutting off the toxicity of the family unit, and all of a sudden cleared the fuck up. A lot of things happened after that too.
I felt the minute people come to me with what's the stuff where you hurt all over?
Eczema?
No, where you hurt all over. Fibromyalgia. The first thing I do is ask them about their life. Because fibromyalgia, not everything, let me be clear, non-causal fibromyalgia is very, very often tied to the spiritual. Non-causal. So not lupus, nothing like that. Very often caused from the spiritual, emotional side getting hurt, and that surfaces within the human body. If I get depressed or upset, I get physically sick. So there's other people like that, and a lot of times the fibromyalgia, the non-causal fibromyalgia, is coming from that.
Well, if people could grasp the concept that like stress causes ulcers, and if you go to the doctor and there is not like she's saying, if there's not a cause for things, there's still a cause for things, and it's connected to your lifestyle, your surroundings, your situation, your family, your career. You can find the same way that you would look up the metaphysical properties of an ingredient for a spell, you can look up the spiritual meaning of a body ache pain and then go, no shit.
Mm-hmm.
The ankle pain is connected to support from my family? Are you kidding me? Well, that makes fucking sense. You can link it all together, and once you find that, you can get to the root of that trauma and you can help heal it. Then you still need to do the physicality work. You still need to do the healings and stuff on this end, but that trauma point, you can get to that sucker and you'll be good to go for the majority of it.
Yep. Another thing that, because I tell people, don't come to me until after you've been to the doctor. Another thing,
I say come to me first, but don't leave the doctor out.
Okay, it's free. Anyway, okay.
Is if you are fat, and I don't mean fat in a bad way. We've all seen me. I'm fat. Fat causes general inflammation in all systems of the body. That's a medical fact. So if you make, I tell people this quite often, the spirits will recommend it for certain people. It's not, don't get it twisted. If you're fat, that's fine. Like, I'm fat, I accept my body. But if you're having, it can cause an overall inflammation through all your systems. And red foods will temper that down. So it's not like you can go, all right, I'm going to go out tomorrow and lose 100 pounds. But on your journey, red foods temper that down. Beets, red cabbage, the purple and red potatoes, and eat them raw.
One thing that you can do if you're like, oh my god, I fucking hate vegetables, I'd rather just be in pain. You can set it up to where you crave those sorts of food and make it more prominent. You can make the taste of it slightly change. There's a lot of energetic stuff you can do to help you with the physicalities of things that you need to do for your body.
No, Mage, it doesn't work. It has to do with the actual molecules, I can't think of the right name, that are within the red foods. And ATR asked, which foot did you feel emotional about detaching? Yes, and I'm not going to go into that. I'm not ready to talk to y'all in detail about it. Yeah, beet juice. What what's the fucking fruit with all the little tiny pomegranates?
Fuck, how the fuck do I comment back to people? Anyway, Wanderlust, Kate and Kat's teeth, mouth, and gum healing. They keep asking about, like, teeth pain, gum pain.
Of course.
How the fuck do you keep up with these on your lives, Jet? Like, damn.
I tell people to ask them over and over and over again until I get it. I literally tell them to spam. I'm like, just spam until I get it. You grow them, Victoria Peachy? I want a homegrown one. Turmeric you have to take with black pepper, though, or your body doesn't absorb it. Do any of you offer one-on-one for a child? Well, I do, children. I don't know if they do. I'm sure they do, too.
Yeah. Kate and I have, if you want energy work done or trauma healing or anything like that with the two of us together, that's the only type of those kinds of sessions that Kate does, is the ones with me. And then she does spirit guide readings as her singular service, and I do trauma healing stuff one-on-one, and then we both teach classes. So we have a class schedule as well, and also pre-recorded classes that are like extremely affordable.
Linda K 85. I just added you because I would like to learn about that.
Linda's my girl.
Oh, okay.
Same Oversoul. She's my girl.
She a baddie for sure.
Maybe it's one of the people that I was detaching. Nonverbal, highly sensitive. I work good with nonverbals. Just so you know.
Same.
They can see. I don't know what is turned on in nonverbal children, but they can see the real me. If I can help them, I will do that for free.
We can talk in energy, so when it comes to that, it works really well because we don't have to worry about like saying the right thing or making it to where it's an understood language.
Yeah.
You can speak in energy, and it's really, 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 really beneficial.
Was that optimistic cynic? Is that who said that?
I think so. I remember seeing their picture. I'm trying to go back and look. It's too hard.
Yeah.
Yes, it was optimistic cynic.
Can you a child's I can't. They've done some work on Jaded. Optimistic cynic. Is he available now?
I have a question for you, Jen.
Hold on. Are you available at 9 p.m. Eastern?
Tonight's podcast is not going to be questions and answers.
Come on, optimistic.
She probably typed it 5 minutes ago, but there's other people typing. You are so fucking slow down, speed up, slow down, speed
Yeah.
up.
Need help.
Damn,
Talk
bitch.
now.
Optimistic. Give you my phone number, and I'll get on there with them tonight. Okay. All right. What was your question?
Oh, I was wondering, with the energy work that you've done since you've unlocked this and you've had your soul to fragment out, I think this is a multi-part question. One, are the workings that are in the database that you did with old self, are those still available that we already had availability to?
Yep.
Okay, because we don't use that one very often, but when it comes up,
The transformation did not negate or erase anything I've previously done. That was part of my journey. All those are still effective. Anything done and categorized using any of the dark energy or any of the shadow entities or any of that, that is still fine. They still work the same. Because what I
Okay.
was doing wasn't bad. That
yeah, we tried to tell you that forever ago. We tried to tell you that everything that you do is divinely guided, and you did not want to listen.
We're gonna look it up.
but none of it is bad. And so it's all, I just can't do it actively now, except for the 911 spell, because apparently that is helped so many people. I specifically, well, y'all understand what I mean when I say I specifically asked about that one. And that was reviewed and that one was allowed. Because of what, that's when the little guys
That reminds me, I made a series right after the Halloween spell fail thing, Jen, and I made a series because people were coming at you because I didn't know you, I didn't know your platform, I didn't know any of that shit, and someone came at you about like the vessel transfer thing, and it was someone that I had worked with before, and I was just like, listen, guys, she is divinely guided and stuff. And then I rewatched that like I don't know, like a year ago. I was like, holy fuck, I can't believe she let me talk like that. I can't believe she just sat there and let me talk about her in a fucking series like that.
there's certain people that they, when they don't make me temper me down, then I know it's okay for that person to talk to me like that. Does that make sense? There's certain people that can talk to me like that out the gate, and I know that it's fine. And you're one of them. Casey's been aggressive with me to my face, but even if she did, I'd be like, oh, okay. So there's certain people, and I'm guessing this has to do where how you can say which one of us are connected. It's kind of like I can't see it in my conscious form, but they do.
I haven't.
Oh, when you're calm. When you're calm, when they're confrontational with you and you're calm.
I didn't even, you know.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead. You can ask me whatever you want.
Are we allowed to go save your life yet, or is that still on hold?
Which save your life part?
Or 15 minutes dead, or however long that was. Because you're still alive right now, so eventually it's going to happen. I just wanted to know if we were allowed to.
People are still learning about what I learned when I was dead. So I don't know how long I need to be dead yet. I know
You're still going to be dead. You're still going to be dead. We just want to bring you back to life. That's literally all we want to do. There were two beings on the other side. That was us.
already did. That's why I woke up.
Right, I know. That's why but we still had it. We still can't do it because when we started to do it, you went, wait, no, don't. So we didn't do it, but we still have to do it. And we could do it at any time because time is irrelevant. Can we go? Can we save your life now? Are you okay with being alive now? Can we just...
Let me get through this. Let me get through this adaptation.
Jen is not alive. Spirit, please undo that.
Okay, but let me get through. I'm still real raw stepping into this new energy, so asking me decisions like that, I don't. Should I? Y'all are the ones.
We're going back and saving your life so you can live now. You were dead.
Right. That's something you should do? I'm asking y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it eventually. I just don't want you to feel it or get all weird.
Yes, go do it right now. I'll tell you.
Okay, attention, Kate. All units go.
We already have it set up. We're just gonna... It's just basically we just go, okay, she said yes.
And they've been on hold. Oh my god. It makes my stomach feel so good.
Go like this. That's it. That's all. We had everything set up. And then I texted you and you were like, wait, no. And we were like, okay. We just have it. And that was months ago.
I know, but I don't. It's still working with
It's
that.
still fresh.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, that's it. It was just to make sure you come back alive.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Because we needed you, sorry.
Interesting time.
The world needed you, sorry.
I didn't share any of that information until 4 years ago. When I got resuscitated and they took me to the hospital, they wouldn't let me go, and I snatched out all my IVs, and within 4 hours, I was back selling and snorting.
So glad that we could clear the passageways in your body to make it conducive to your lifestyle. We're totally fine with however anybody wants to live. That doesn't stop us from doing the things. We don't give a fuck what you do with your body. It's yours. We don't care. Or your soul. We don't care.
Like, but now I know it's when you have BPD, you know that it's disconnected. So that whole event was not traumatic for me at all. I was like, oh, okay, I died, and now I'm not dead anymore.
I have another question. So the way, and this is for you too, Kate, because the way that you expressed how you don't experience trauma that same way is the same way that Kate is. She doesn't experience trauma the same way. She's not connected to her body in that way, but she doesn't have BPD. She has something else. What?
What'd you say?
Kate's spirit is not human,
Yeah, I'm very aware of that.
so she can't connect that way. Her mind have the ability to integrate the way most human minds integrate with the brain. She can't integrate. It's too different.
How is that in comparison to the way that yours is? I want to hear how Kate's soul and stuff, I want you to keep going.
So, with mine, I'm going to give a metaphor. With mine, if you think about the mind's connections being like a spirit type of neuron that's supposed to connect into the brain's physical neuron, the brain's physical neurons are deformed. So the connection cannot be made.
And you don't want it to, because that would be annoying.
With Kate, because she's not human, her mind's neurons aren't even made similarly to the brain's human neurons. So it can live in there, but they don't connect. Did you see the movie when they redid The Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves?
I saw the commercials for it.
Okay. In that, the alien guy, his brain is one DNA, his body is one different DNA, and the covering that allowed him to change is another DNA. So that's how you have to think about Kate. Her mind is a different DNA. So if you put my mind in a gorilla's body, I could live in there, but I'm never going to connect to fully because it's a different set of DNA. So that's the case with hers. With BPD, it's deformed, so it doesn't connect properly. Same DNA doesn't connect properly. So our mind and our bodies are not synchronous. So when our body experiences trauma, our mind is not. So therefore, it does not link in, and there is no trauma formed.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, that's all BPD. That's the big difference.
That's not what she's asking. I know it's BPD, but did you choose that?
No, you don't choose it. That's why I go to those conferences to fight, because they're trying to put BPD in with EDD.
I don't mean the human way choose it. I mean on the soul way choose it. Like, would you ever want it to be different than that?
Like, would you want it? Okay, that's what I mean, because I wouldn't want mine to be different.
And the reason I say no now, it would have made my human life a lot easier back in the past.
I don't know if it would have, but anyway.
I'm talking about socially and all that stuff. But I would not want to change it now because due to being detached, I can see both sides to every situation to a fault. And I use that on myself and to help other people. So, like, one big example is when they got everybody that was associated with Trump yeeted off the app. I can't stand the man, okay? But yeeting them off because you don't like it is an infraction on freedom of speech. And you never get the other side, so you live in a bubble. So I have the capacity to understand that Trumpsters, why they feel they are completely correct. And I understand why extreme leftists feel they are completely correct. This side can't do that. Thank you. This side can't do that, and that side can't do that. But
Kate wasn't expecting that, and it just made me really happy.
So it allows me to see things that other people cannot see.
Okay, so if I can see the things like that, if I can see, like, when I try to explain to my 14-year-old that, like, where they're coming from, when he says, like, oh, you know, this certain thing has hate or whatever, and I can go, no, this is where they're coming from, this is the side, this is the empathy. What is that then?
That's because you're so spiritually open. You've been here like 11,000 years. You've been through more than one yuga. So you've already seen this before.
So, and that's just, because I always thought I just was able to feel around the emotions, but when I don't know where she went. When your live paused. When I go in to a situation and I feel around, I feel kind of like a hostess with the mostest. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, this one likes this temperature, this one likes this, da 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 da. I thought I was just basing that off of like my human now personal experience and just empathy.
You were here during the last human yuga. That's why out of place.
I don't know what a yuga is.
Okay, I'll tell you. That's why out of place artifacts don't faze you. So when they find a gold chain and a wagon wheel in a coal mine, you don't find that mysterious.
No, at all.
So a yuga is a complete Earth cycle, from destruction, from whatever you want to call it, asteroid, whatever. It's a whole cycle, all the way back up to what would be representative of human beings before us, and then it crashes down again. that's a yuga. So the people, you know how people think that Atlanteans and Lemurians and all that are from the stars?
They're not.
They're not. They're from the last yuga. That was the
Yeah.
humans that were here. She's probably one. Okay.
Well, I think all of us are.
No, not all of us. We've ascended. Certain ones have ascended, but
Mm,
you got to understand when there's an apocalypse with, let's say, the Atlanteans in the last Earth cycle, the last yuga, and all the humans are eradicated. Contrary to popular belief, they have to chill in the in between until the Earth cycles around again, so there's bodies for them to even reincarnate in. It's not a them because there's no time over there. But when they get reincarnated into a human body, which is a compatible one, that's why they know so much more. They didn't have a choice. They got downgraded to an older model when they got reincarnated.
I have a lot to say on this.
So you've already been here through one full yuga. So the reason you can see both sides, the way I see you is like a chosen human soul, whether you like it or not. So you're human, but you're above most humans.
I hate that more than I can even express.
It would be like you are the highest spiritual human soul. You're one of them. When I died, remember when I died, I told you the beings that came to talk to me look like the best representation I can think of is the ones at the end of the movie Knowing. It looks like a spirit outside. That's you. You're one of them.
We know.
We know that part.
That's an advanced human. So when you go past what people call 5D, you can't go into 5D in the human body. You become that. That's what you are. And you've been through so many yugas so you can see everything.
I don't see I feel.
I don't see I feel. Let Cat speak. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Damn, what did I have to say?
I don't
What
know.
was she shutting me up with? I was just saying that hierarchy's gross and fucking disgusting, and everybody is part of everything, and not everything, but like 13 originals. And yeah. Oh, that I forgot. The chat's really lagged. What I was saying is, we is Atlantis. That's all I was saying. That's all I was gonna say. That's all I was gonna say. Like the flat, the round, the hollow Earth, all of that shit. It all exists at the same time. And we are Atlantis. We were this sunk, but not. And then we're the older model thing is really interesting because people think of aliens as past life us, and I mean as future us, and they're not future us. They're past life us, but past lives don't really exist and all that stuff. Did you guys know that when I met Jen, or when she was on a live, and I was like, oh my god, I feel comfortable and I can start talking to Witchfoot in her live, and I was just hanging out, and someone brought up past lives, and I was like, yeah, totally, talking about it. That was the first time that she ever looked in the camera and went, I don't talk about that. And I was like,
No cheat codes. But I will surely, I've sent several people to you, though. I tell them, I was like, I don't do that. That's cheat code. You're going to end up redoing that. But if you want it, let me tell you who to go to. And I'll give y'all both. Because my view on it, from what I know, I'll advise people, but I'm not going to withhold resources for them. Because you have people that have come to you and others, and they say they benefited from it. And they may have. But they also elected themselves a new lifetime. And that's up to them. So I would never withhold the resources from someone who wants to do that. You know? I don't understand Christian witches, but I will surely give them Christian witch resources. So
What about spirit guides? What are your thoughts about where they come from?
I'll tell you from my experience from doing readings, they're little motley crews. I've seen ones that that seem to come from another planet, other times, relatives. things that don't even have a form, human things, non-human things. So for me, I couldn't tell you because they seem to come from such a variety of places that I just tell them what I don't have the ability to see humans because of my medication, and no, I don't want to change that. Yeah. But I can't hear them a lot of time. And sometimes you have a strong one, they push through. But it seems like people's spirit guides, they're so varied in their forms and where they come from. I'm guessing they come from dimensions, different planets, different times, just everywhere.
I was just curious if you had any like additional information or just anything about them, like the Yudas and stuff like that. Just different like terminologies, I guess, for the same things.
No, because in Hinduism, they just have a different word for the same thing that we call spirit guide. That's all.
What do they call them?
I can't remember.
Oh.
It's been a long time, but I can't remember right now.
I would like to speak to my I can't remember right nows, please.
Yes.
The one thing that I will speak on without, we're going to leave the word big guy out of this, is when I packed up the mirror, I think I was going to get emotional. Have y'all seen the video when I packed up the mirror? Did you see the people beating on the mirror?
I thought it was the chest. I saw the people on the chest.
If you go back to the video, people beating on the mirror. That's not a glitch. I filmed it 3 times.
They're not trapped. They're not stuck.
No, they're fine. I'll explain that to y'all probably, but that was my old baby. That was my Pharaoh priest guy. That was my guy that looks like the Pope. That was my dragon guy with the sword that y'all have seen. Some of them didn't know. I didn't know that some of them didn't know. And
So it's like showing up to work at a restaurant and all of a sudden it's closed and you don't have a job.
yeah, they know now, but apparently it didn't get around to everybody before it was done. And when I first filmed it, I just thought it was a glitch. So I deleted it and did it again. And then I'm just trying to deny it. So I deleted it and did it again. And then I was like, that was.
Do you want to? I know it was hard. Do you want to take a moment and ask Kate to like look at anything during that time and give you some like peace and clarity on that moment?
No, because I know now.
Okay.
I know now. Everything's fine now. But at the time, I just wasn't expecting the beating on the mirror. I wasn't expecting that. Because I thought everybody knew. And
Do you want to like just let them know ahead of time now? Now that they all know, do you want to like let them know ahead of time now?
We can go back to before it happened. Okay.
we might
Okay.
share when I'm no longer, you know how I feel kind of anxious and raw because I'm still getting used to everything? When
You're
I'm
no longer clammy though.
when I'm fully through the transition, I might, but that could be a part of their journey. So I don't know if I want to correct it yet.
Well, it's not correcting. I mean, I get it, and I won't ever push you to do anything that you're not comfortable with. I'll give you shit about it, but I won't push you. But we're very careful about that. Like we don't do anything that anybody doesn't want to fucking do.
No,
That's
I know.
just how we are.
But I want to get through this, and then divinate when it comes to stuff like that. Because if I divinate and they say, yeah, it's not going to cause any difference, then yeah, I would ask you to do it because it's going to make them easier. Give them some ease. The video is on Witchfoot_Incorporated. But that was, I can't wait to tell y'all about that whole process. Because you want to talk about somebody that was, because I argued with God. Not
That's an understatement.
Not in Lil, but the main force. I did. My dumbass. I'm like arguing with God. Like it's gonna matter, but
For those that hang out with me and Kate, that would be what we call source. That's what Jen calls God.
because I was actually tricked into that. It was. I'll give you the one clue without saying everything. Y'all know how I feel about my dad, right? My dad, and this is coming from.
This is stabbing your heart while you start to tell this story. It hurts. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm still mad at him. Now, keep in mind, the people that did my initiation have no idea who Witchfoot is, or me, or anything to do with my dad. My dad went and contacted a person named Heather, who ended up getting in contact with Philip, who then asked me to get the hand and knee file with him, because at the time nobody else was doing it. You have to have male and female. I thought I was just going in there to get my Orisha and my hand and knee file and go about my way. Nope. I was tricked. Because when I got in there, for those that follow you guys, Source was like, I've been looking for you for about 30 years, and now you can't leave. If you leave, your life will be destroyed. That's what I got when I went into that room. And you want to talk about somebody that was not having it? Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Like, that sounds like self-destruction. It like it doesn't sound like a threat. It sounds like if you don't follow this, your life is gonna be destroyed, like crumble.
Yes. And so the story that they gave me for me to explain it to me is 3 thieves were walking through the valley and they saw a really bright light coming out of the cave. So they climb up the mountain and they look in, but they still can't see what's making the light. And so by the time they get close enough to see what's creating the light, they are now surrounded by the light. And
wrapped up like a deuce into the runner in the night.
And now they're surrounded by the light and they can't leave. So when I tell y'all I was mad, I was hot. I was hot. I was straight arguing with God, straight up. Even though I knew this is what I needed, if you came to me any other way, I'd be like, nah. Because I'm a stubborn bitch and
No shit.
Yeah, I like having my own power. So yeah, I was like, excuse me? And I had 4 Babalaos in there, 4 priests, and I was like, you want to run this by me again? And they're like, no, that's what God said. And I was like, oh, how about fuck God? How about that?
It just looks like you got it back.
Got what back?
Got it back.
Your own power.
Oh yeah. But that was a trick. It was all a trick. Well, it was to teach my...
Okay, here's the thing. You keep saying like it was a trick and you got tricked, but that is literally the only way that you would accept the thing that is yours.
Exactly.
So, like, the way that you say it, if nobody knows any better, it's just like, oh my god, she was tricked. No, you would have to trick her to get her to get... When I first met her, when I first started talking, she was like, I swear to you, I will never work with the light side until I get my revenge. And I was like, cool. And then it was like, oh, by the way, working with the light is what helps you find peace, that you don't no longer need revenge. Okay, bye.
You're absolutely right. And I was so bent. I'll come back to what I was saying in a minute. 3 days later, the Babalawos came to me and started to apologize. And I was like, do not apologize for that. Because they said they're normally not that stern, but they all clicked into gear at the same time. I was like, do not ever apologize for that. If that happens again when you're in a reading, do not doubt it. Because I promise you, I wouldn't have listened to a thing you said had you not been that mean and stern. So they learned from it too. But
Not one iota.
the Orisha that I got as my head was all light. And so, and then another thing pulled up that specifically said that I had to cut out.
I'm at 7% battery, just saying.
You're at what?
I was just letting Kate know that I was at 7% battery.
Go charge?
No. Kate has to work in the morning. I've got kids. Tell this story because it's important, and then we're dipping.
Okay.
Okay.
Then the second reading said that I had to cut the big guy loose, not because of the big guy, but what comes with him. And that just pretty much destroyed me. And then I had a dream of what would happen, how I would affect Philip, my kid, and my mom if I didn't. It was showing me years in the future. And I'll fuck myself over all day long, but not them. And my vain ass didn't want to let go of that power. That is a lot of power. So he had my vanity in it too. But I had to choose to let it go so it didn't hurt them. And then something weird happened, and I got that power back. And that's what I'll talk to y'all about probably. I got much bigger power back. Yeah.
Your own power.
Oh, it's more than that. It's such a cool story, y'all. But
Every time we go, hey, Jen, this thing is a part of you. And she's like, no, it's so much bigger than me. And it's like, oh, Jen, you got your own power back. No, this is so much bigger than this. I don't know why you don't see yourself.
I still don't see it. And I've already been told by y'all and now 4 priests. And when y'all hear the story...
We weren't good enough, Kate. 4 priests had to tell her.
Do what?
She said we weren't good enough, Kate. The priest had to tell her. And I was like, I just acted hurt.
Well, yeah. It's like if your mom tells you, you don't listen. If your therapist tells you, you're like, oh, that makes sense. All right, I'm sorry I took up y'all's podcast. I just felt
We're not sorry at all.
It was
We love
fun
it.
as fuck.
It's still our podcast. It's going up next week. Sorry about it. Thanks for volunteering.
Well, y'all let me know when we can get to
We're like, hey, when do you think we could ever ask Jen to join our podcast? And we're like, I don't know. Maybe she would ever want to. And then you're just like, hey, knock, knock, knock. Can I come in?
Come on the podcast, guys.
Well, now it's much more different now. So if y'all are doing a live podcast and you want me to come in to help heal, bother me.
No, we're going to do a class. We're going to do a class.
Do a class, but I'm saying
We're going to do a class. We're going to do a class, guys.
no. But what I'm saying is, if y'all are doing one of these and you for some reason feel like you need to call me in, it's fine now. You're not going to get your head bit off.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad we all agree.
That makes me want to poke at you until you yell. I just
Oh my god.
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay, love y'all. Bye.
Bye, love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Oh my god.
To book a dual session with Kate and Kat, visit either of our websites listed in the description of this video. For a spirit guide reading, you can book with Captain Kate at www.captainkate.com. For a one-on-one trauma healing session with Cat and Boots, you can visit www.catandboots138.com.